which is very specific for someone who's been in the business, has reached a certain level of competence, I would say. And each one of you is an elite club member, am I correct? Yeah. Yes, all right. Yeah. So the question is, what do you do from now to get to the next level? And that's a strategy change that's required. So today, one of the things that I want you to understand is what goes on in the mind of a high net worth client. How many of you want to really work with high net worth clients? All right. How many of you don't want to work with high net worth clients? There you go, one person, I'm glad. That's honesty. It's not easy working with high net worth clients, let me be very honest. And the reason is, they all believe they don't need insurance, correct? You see, we have a mindset problem with our clients. But before we change the mindset of our clients, we need to change our mindset first. So a question that I want to ask all of you is insurance made for rich people or poor people? No. It is only made for rich people. Insurance was never made for poor people. Insurance was made by the rich, for the rich, to stay rich. It was never made for poor people. You see, if the poor lost everything, they just started where they were. If the rich lost everything, they actually lost everything. I'll give you an example. If you know the history of insurance, it started with ship owners, guys who own ships. Their ships went for trading. If the ship didn't come back, all the other ship owners together will give money to that guy to get a new ship. So first of all, you had to be a ship owner to buy insurance. It wasn't available for anybody who did not have a ship. So you had to be rich. Insurance was made only for the rich. The problem is we sell to the poor. But then all our rich clients tell us, I don't need insurance. Isn't that funny? It's very strange that how times change, where people forget the real reason of why a product was created. Cars were created as a tool of transportation, correct? Today, cars is not a tool for transportation, it's a status symbol. True or not? Everyone wants the latest Bugatti Veyron, Ferraris, Lamborghinis. Why? It is a status symbol. It is not a mode of transportation anymore. If you want a mode of transportation, you can buy anything that has 4 wheels and goes that way. True. But it's become a status symbol. So see, products have changed their purpose. So what's the change in purpose for insurance? What is the change of purpose for insurance? What is the reason why people buy insurance? What's the reason? To protect their income, to protect their family, correct? That's the reason why you sell it. Why does a high net worth client buy insurance?
Business. Protect business.
All right. Guys, I'm not a trainer. Let's get one thing clear. Number one, I'm not a trainer. So I don't know how to train. Number two, I'm a pure practitioner. I sell insurance every single day of my life. I closed cases last night. I want to close cases today, later in the night. I sell insurance every single day of my life. That's my job. I don't know how to manage a team. If you have come here today to learn how to build a team, I'm the wrong guy. I really don't know how to build a team. I don't even have a single agent. What I do know how to do is sell insurance. That I can promise you. And you see, when I started in this business, everyone told me, Sanjay, MDRT is your minimum standard that you should go for. My father is a 36-year TOT member. I'm a third generation insurance advisor. My grandfather, then my father, and now myself. And my father's a 36-year TOT member. He's a very rich guy. And all his money is my money. How many of you do retirement planning? Okay, good. How many of you would do retirement planning for your own children? Very good. You see, my dad planned my retirement when I was 3 years old. Technically, I was born retired. Isn't that what you would like? Born retired? Because the reality is, we tell our children, follow your dreams, follow your passion, but you don't give them any money. How the hell they will do that? They go back into the rat race of making money, building a career, so they can follow their dreams and follow their passion. My father told me, he's like, Sanjay, follow your dream, follow your passion, here's the money. Wouldn't you like that? Then don't you think your children will like that? Don't you think your clients' children want exactly the same thing? And then what do their clients say? No, I'm not going to leave anything for my kids. Let them figure it out. I call them selfish. If every generation said, I will not teach you how to build a wheel, go figure it out yourself, we would have all still been in the cave. We would still be in the cave because nobody would have built civilization. It is our responsibility to hand over to the next generation a lot of values and money, energy, power that they can use to build further. My father only told me one thing. He said, Sanjay, whatever is mine is yours. As soon as he said that, what am I working for today? Whatever I like. I work with people I like. I work with companies I like. I work with products I like. I don't like it, GTH. Go to heaven, lah. I know what you're thinking. You go heaven, hell, I don't care, you die, it's okay. But the reason why I can say that is because my family gave me the ability to. Now the question is, have you given the same ability to your children? Have you given the same ability to your client's family to be able to follow their dreams and follow their passion? But they don't look at our product as a product that fulfills dreams and passion. They still consider property as the right investment, true or not? True. They still consider bonds and shares as a proper investment. They still consider mutual funds as a proper investment. They consider fixed deposits as a natural investment. Insurance is not their natural choice. Am I correct? So what does that mean? It means insurance is not an asset. Insurance is an expense. And every time you have to spend money, you will think about it. Do you realize most people buy houses bigger than they can afford? Yes? Most people buy cars bigger than they can afford. They take loans. Can you imagine that? They take a loan for 20 years and 25 years as a mortgage, true or not? And they say our product is long term. I'm a 10-pay product, I'm a 15-pay product. Your mortgage is for 30 years. And that is liability. I'm an asset. You don't pay it, they take away your house. But they are willing to borrow money to buy it. How many of your clients are willing to borrow money to buy insurance? None. True or not? My clients borrow money to buy insurance because I sell insurance like a property. Insurance is not an expense. Insurance is an asset. And that is the change in mindset you have to make first. Insurance is not a tool for income protection. Insurance is not a tool to protect your family. Insurance is another asset on your balance sheet. Have you ever considered insurance as an asset? The day you feel that, you will sell insurance like property. That's the first mindset change that you require. You see, when I joined this business, my father said, Sanjay, rule number 1, qualify MDRT. And I was like, why Dad? Why MDRT? He's like, how do I know you're a good doctor? Or how do I know you're a good practitioner? How do I know you're good? What makes you good? I said, Dad, I'm number 1 in my company. He said, so what? You're number 1 in your company, but not in the world. Stop thinking about the pond, think about the ocean. I said, okay, so how do I know I'm one of the best in the world? He said, step number 1, qualify MDRT. I said, all right. So 19, qualified MDRT. Yay. That was my mission. I went to MDRT, my first meeting in MDRT, and I met this guy and he said, Sanjay, well done. Congratulations, you have qualified MDRT. But there's one more level. And I said, what's that? And he said, you got to do COT. I said, all right. 21, COT. Then there was a meeting that I went to which was a size like this, not a very big meeting. It's just about a few hundred people. And they said, Sanjay, well done. You've done your COT, but there's one more level. TOT. I said, all right. 23, TOT. So at the age of 23, I was already at the top, technically, correct? At the age of 23. And I thought I was somebody very big. Let me be honest, you get a little arrogant at that age. True or not? You just hit the biggest milestone in our career. You're a TOT member at 23, it gets to your head. And it got to my head. Till I went to a meeting which is only for TOT members. I met a guy there, he said, Sanjay, wow. Well done. By the way, there's one more level. I said, what's that? He said, double TOT. I said, I didn't even know that happened. I just died doing 1. How do you do 2? And he's like, there are people over here who do 2. So I set that as my new target. At the age of 25, I did my first double TOT. Then I met a guy. Sanjay, very well done. There's one more level. And I said, what's that? He said, 6 TOT. I said, you're stupid, right? He's like, no, Sanjay. 6 TOT. You can do it. I said, it's not physically possible. I mean, seriously, what's wrong with you? I challenged myself to do a double TOT and I literally slogged for 365 days and I barely made double TOT. And he said, well, there are people who do 6. So it's your strategy that needs to change. I'll be very honest, for many years, I did not even think it was possible. At the age of 28, I kind of challenged myself mentally and I did 6 TOTs at the age of 28 in 1 year. And then a friend of mine, he was laughing. He says, Sanjay, if you can do 6, why don't you try TOT every month? Joke, yeah? TOT every month. So 2016, like I said, for many years I didn't even believe it was possible. But 2016 I said, let's try it. In 2016, I tried to do a TOT every month. I managed to do 10 in 2016. No, why are you clapping? I didn't hit my target. You clap when you hit your target. There's no point in clapping. You can set the biggest targets. If you don't hit it, there's no point. So I did 10 TOTs in 2016. 2017, I renewed my target of 12 TOT. And 2017, I did 13 top of the tables. Then last year, someone asked me, Sanjay, what's your target? So I said, okay, I'm going to do 100 MDRT. There are 50 weeks in a year, correct? So that means I have to do 2 MDRT every week. That was my target last year. Last year, I did not hit my target. I did 90 MDRT. Then this year, I said I'm going to renew my target. And so my target this year is 100 MDRT. And as of yesterday, I have completed 100 MDRT. Now, why am I sharing this with you?
Ano Kevin?
Ano problema niya? MDRT.
Kaman mo.
You see, when I started in this business, I was told MDRT is the pinnacle. If you want to be one of the best in the world, you have to be an MDRT member. Guys, MDRT is step 1.
Make me MDRT.
MDRT is step 1. Don't stop your growth at step 1. There are many steps above that. There's a reason why we have a MDRT, a COT, a TOT. There's a reason for that. As you progress in this career, how do you know you're on the right track? Step 1, MDRT. If you're on the right track, step 2, you will hit your COT. If you're on the right track, step 3, you will hit TOT. And after that, you don't need guidance. You can just grow to whatever aim you set for yourself. So today, one thing that I want you to do is understand what is your progressive path. What is your strategy to get to MDRT? Step 1. Once you've hit step 1, for those of you who have already hit step 1, what's your strategy to get to step 2? You cannot have the same strategy. You cannot have the same strategy. There are 2 things you need in this business to be successful. The right mindset, and the second is the right skill set. You have to change and upgrade your skills. You have to change and upgrade your mind. You have to. If you don't, you will stay exactly where you are. You will grow, but you will grow with inflation only. Market goes up 5%, your business goes up 5%. That is not growth. That is inflation adjustment. If you want exponential growth, where you're now jumping, you have to change your skill set. And you have to change your mindset. You have to. If I followed the same strategy that I followed last year, would I get the new results this year? The answer is impossible. Impossible. If last year I did 90 MDRT, if I did exactly the same thing this year, I would hit again 95. I wouldn't hit my target. Because I would have had genuinely a growth of 5 to 10%, which is what market growth is. Now, a lot of people are saying, Sanjay, 2019 is a challenging year. Am I correct? Every year is a challenging year. You see, that's the best thing about our business. It doesn't matter what you did last year. Nobody cares. Every January 1, everything resets. Nobody cares what you did last year. You could have been the best producer last year. If you don't do the same production this year, nobody. Every January 1, the clock resets. Now, every day, your clock resets. What you did yesterday, nobody cares. What are you going to do today? That's what matters, right? That's a mindset change. Why do you think I want to close a case every day? so that I don't lose momentum. One of the things that we all do is we close a case, we close a decent sized case, and then we spend too much time celebrating.
As of today.
Yeah, last month I did the best. Now I can take 3 days holiday. And you go on a nice vacation. You come back, you're so tired, cannot work. Takes you 3 months to come back to work. Because you were celebrating. You know, I close a big case, the next day I go to work and I try to close bigger. Do you know why? My confidence is at its highest. My confidence level is at its highest. I just closed a big case. Next day, I feel so confident that any client I meet, small, big, doesn't matter, I will close. I will close. Why? Because my confidence is at its highest. But if I spend that time celebrating, what happens? I lose my energy. Don't you feel really excited when you close a big case? Yes or no? So why do you lose that excitement and celebration? Why not use that excitement to grow more? You know, how many of you are just plain advisors, not managers, just advisors? Okay. You see, I'm an advisor, I'm not a manager, so I really don't know much about management. So, no offense, but guys, you're advisors. You're lucky I'm not your manager. You know why? If I was your manager, there would be no chairs in the office. You would all be sitting on the floor. Do you know why? Because there's no reason for you to be in the office. Is there anyone in the office who will buy insurance from you? Then why do you go to the office? I'll tell you why your managers call you to the office. Because they think you will not get out of bed. That's the truth. They think if they don't give you motivation every morning, you will not go to work. Why? Because in this business, what is the first thing they told you when you joined? You have freedom of time. You can work when you like, how you like. That's what they sold you, right or not? Congratulations, you left a 9 to 5 job for a 24-hour job. Well done. Proud of you. What was the second thing they told you when you joined this business? You can work with whoever you like, true or not? And you work with whoever you don't like, true or not? Why? Because whoever you like, you don't want to offend them by saying, hey, buy insurance from me, they will start ignoring you. That's what you feel, correct? So we stop working with people we like. We actually start working with people we don't like. Why? Because if they reject me, I don't get hurt. If someone who I love rejects me, I feel hurt. True or not? So we don't even talk to our own friends. Your friends ask you, what do you do? Oh, I'm a financial architect. We use very creative words. I'm a financial engineer. I'm a financial, I don't know what else. Can't say insurance agent. Huh? Because if I say I'm an insurance agent, don't try to sell me, okay? Isn't that the usual response? Guys, you think the market is different anywhere in the world? The answer is no. I work in 53 countries, right? And I get exactly the same response everywhere. Don't try to sell me insurance. I know you're a very good sales guy. I said, if I'm a very good sales guy, then you know that you cannot reject me. Have the guts to say that as well. I have guys who tell me, Sanjay, you're a very good sales guy. Don't try to sell me insurance. I said, tell me something. If I like you, I will protect you. If I don't like you, GTH. So you want me to like you or not like you? Tell me that first. If you tell me don't like you, GTH, bro.
Go to heaven.
Go to hell. Go to hell. Amazing.
Heaven and
We are working in a time when we have more different type of people than ever before. We have 5 generations that are currently coexisting. 5 generations of minds that are currently coexisting. Baby boomers, Generation X, Generation Y, Millennials, Generation Z, they all exist at the same time. First time in history, you've got 5 different mindsets existing at the same time. It's never happened before. And the reason why we have so many different mindsets is because the generation gap is reducing, which means previously between 25 to 30 years was considered a generation gap. Father and son was a generation gap. Mother and daughter, generation gap. Now, siblings are having a mindset difference. So if you're 3 years apart from your sibling, you have a different mindset, especially the younger you are. So any children that are born between 2000 and 2005 will behave very differently from children who were born 2005 to 2008. Very differently from children born between 2008 and 2015. Very different. Because there's been so much change in our culture and environment that we have more mindsets existing at the same time. So imagine when you work with a family, you might have 5 different mindsets. The father has his own mindset, the grandfather has his own mindset, the grandchild has their own mindset, some generations even the great-grandchild, own mindset. I'm working currently with a family where there are 4 generations that are decision makers. 4 generations in one house who are decision makers. One house. And I need to be able to relate to all 4 of them. So I need to live multiple generations in my mind. And I need to be able to adapt to whoever I'm speaking to. That is the new way of sales. It's understanding what are they thinking. What are they thinking? If you don't get that, you will not get the sale. And you will get the same questions, same objections, which is, Sanjay, don't try to sell me insurance. Sanjay, I would rather buy property. I don't believe in insurance. It's exactly the same. What you hear is what I hear. The only difference is the way I handle it. That's the only difference between you and me, is the way I actually handle those objections. And how do I change them in my favor? Number 2, if you want to be working in the high net worth market, you cannot be asking for favors. There's one thing that I have noticed is where we go to our clients and say, please support me. Please help me grow. No, stop that. Can you imagine you go to a doctor and the doctor says, hey, can you find me more patients? How does it feel? That doctor really doesn't have any patients. That means there's something wrong with the doctor. True or not? Imagine doctor coming, knocking on your door and saying, hi, I'm a doctor. Do you want some treatment? No, la, don't need. I come to your clinic if I have something. True or not? That is the other problem that we have. We have not built a structure for ourselves. You can't go knocking on doors. Impossible. Historically, there are examples that are given of people who have closed big cases doing cold calling. I'm sure you've heard of examples like that, where people randomly called somebody and they were able to sell a very big insurance policy. But that is not the standard. That is an exception to the rule. Now the question is, do you want to be a guy who can try and base their business on luck? Or are you a guy or a person who would like to base your business on a strategy? What would you like, strategy or luck?
Strategy.
Okay, so if you want a strategy, question number 1, I want you to write this down. Why should a rich person buy insurance? Let's stick to why first. Why should a rich person buy insurance? Question number 1. Question number 2. Who should they buy the insurance for? Who should they buy insurance for? Question number 3. Which insurance should they buy? Which insurance should they buy? Now, before you answer these 3 questions, I want you to answer the first question that I asked you. Why should they work with you? Why should they work with you? All right, so let's start with the first question. Why should a wealthy person work with you? What's your ideal client? Young, rich, healthy, correct? Young, so the premium is cheaper. Healthy, so that they can buy insurance. And rich, so that they can afford it, correct or not? All right. So let's say I'm your young, rich, healthy client. Why should I buy from you? Okay, whoever gives me an answer will win a book. God, I have to bribe you to teach you. There you see, all of a sudden the hand goes up. Yes, sir. Why should I work with you? Yeah, you. Yeah, you. That's all right. Shout it out, don't worry. I'll repeat it for him. So his answer is work with me because I'm younger than you and I will ensure that your policy is intact while you die. Correct? Well done. Okay, you get a book. God, I have to literally bribe you to teach you. That's for you. You see, today I think I'll have to bribe all of you all to learn. Huh? Catch. All right. Now, all the people who are above 29, how many of you are above the age of 29? Okay, cannot use that answer, right? So what's your answer? Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. You will get insurance from me. So
Yeah.
because you trust me, because I'm competent.
I've never met you before, so how do I trust you? Do you see that's the answer you will get?
But
I don't even know your name, ma'am. What's your name?
I'm Alma.
Sorry?
I'm Alma.
Almi.
Alma.
Alma.
Yes. And I'm from Sun Life, and it's a #1 insurance company in.
Correct. You see, what just happened is you're now basing it on your brand Sun Life. I don't like Sun Life. Now what are you going to do?
I can teach you what the details are and how you can avail of our products.
Tell me something. Do you work, when you go to a doctor, do you go to the doctor for the hospital or for the doctor's skills? Doctor's skills. So why do you care about the hospital? Sun Life is a hospital. Each one of you is a doctor. The clients don't want to work with Sun Life. They want to work with you. You are the doctor, right? They don't actually care which hospital you work in. If you are basing it on the hospital's reputation, then the client is not buying you, the client is buying a product. And a high net worth client doesn't care about the product. They care about the doctor's advice. So, number one, I'm meeting you for the first time. So how do I trust you?
I'm Alma and I'm a financial advisor, and I know I can teach you how to avail of the.
You're going to teach me?
Yes, because I know I can share with you all the knowledge that I have gained from my past experiences, and I've been in the business for so many years. So I think I am competent enough to share with you everything that you need to know.
Alma, you want me to be a good client or a bad client?
Good.
You want me to be a good client, okay. Alma, thank you so much. It was so nice to meet you. You want me to give you a bad answer? You know, this is how
Yes.
clients will behave. I'm not here to make you feel good or feel bad. I'm talking about what a real answer I get. You see, when we do role play, right? One of the things that happen in a role play is we are always nice to the person in a role play. And we give them answers that they like to hear. But in reality, our clients are not doing role play with us. They are giving us answers that you don't like to hear. Correct or not? They will say, Alma, I agree. You're good with insurance. Don't need it. And I don't trust Sun Life. Period. Finished. You see, I've found very easy ways to shoot you down. Instantly. So I'm going to change your strategy a little bit. That is for you to change your strategy. Very good, perfect. Every single word she said is also going on in your head, right or not? But when you say it, it comes out very differently. So what she is thinking is absolutely correct. Sanjay, I work with a very branded company. I have a lot of experience. And I can share with you how I do it for other people. Very accurate in your mind. But what is the client hearing? Exactly the opposite. You're not a good doctor, your brand is good. You've built the business a long time, but you're not as successful. You see, insurance agent is not the top of the food chain. We are the bottom of the food chain. When you're working with a high net worth guy, the first thing they will say, you're just an insurance agent. You're telling me how to make money? That's your first response, guys. That's one of the things that I need you to overcome. We will have this challenge where we are working with people who are wealthier than us, true or not? When we are working with someone who's wealthier than us and we tell them, I'm going to share with you how to do it. What's the first thing they tell you? Who are you? In their mind. So they might not even say it, but in their mind they're thinking, who the hell are you? You're just an insurance agent. That's going on in their head. So I have to address that first. So before I tell them I want to share with you, I have to address who am I and why me. Who am I and why me is a very, very important question. Because if you don't address it, in their mind they're thinking, who the hell are you? So I'm being honest with you. I'm not trying to make you feel good today. I'm trying to tell you exactly what's going on in the mind of your clients. And I know that you have practiced a lot of role play. A lot of people do a lot of role play practices in their office, but they're very nice to each other. They will say exactly what they like to hear, because they are saying, this is what I want my clients to say to me. But in reality, your clients don't talk like that. In reality, your clients will be like, come on, I'm richer than you. You see, there are 3 battles that are going on when you're sitting in a client's office. Number 1, I'm big, you're small. I'm rich, you're poor. I'm right, you're wrong. 3 battles that are always going on between you and your client. Three mental battles. They will never say this, but these are three mental battles that you're fighting when you're sitting with a client. I'm right, you're wrong. Sanjay, I'm right, Sanjay, you are wrong. That's going on in his head. Second battle, Sanjay, I'm rich, you are poor. Even though I'm rich, I'm poor for somebody, correct or not? So if I'm working with a family that's wealthier than me, what are they thinking in their mind? I'm rich, he's poor. And the third one is, I'm big, you're small. I'm a big businessman, you're a small insurance agent. So when you have these three battles that are going on, how do you address it? I tell them, you're a big businessman, I'm a small insurance agent. I have $50 million life insurance, how much do you have? You're a big businessman, I'm a small insurance agent. If a small insurance agent buy 50, you should buy 100. I'm a poor insurance agent, I buy 50. You're a rich businessman, buy 100. You're absolutely correct. I'm wrong, you're right. I'm wrong, I buy 50. I should have bought more. You're correct, you should buy 100. You see, my belief in my product is so high that no one can prove to me that insurance is not a good product. Is there a product like insurance? Is there any product that you can compare to insurance? No. Do you know why? Because there's no product in the world that creates money that does not even exist. Insurance is the only product in the world that creates money that does not even exist. Think about it. What am I protecting? Your future income, correct? Has your future income been created? Not yet. It's going to get created. I create it today if you die. I create money that has not even been created yet. You cannot compare me with anybody else. That's number one. And the day you believe that, it will change your business practice. There is no product in the world, in the whole world, that you can compare to insurance. Think about it. I buy $1 million of life insurance. What is my premium? Let's say my premium is $10,000, correct? I pay $10,000, I die today. How much does the insurance company pay? $1 million. Where did the 990 come from? Where? Where? Doesn't exist, my friend. For you, it doesn't exist. How I bring it, that's not your problem, that's my problem. For you, it doesn't exist. Now, fast forward 10 years. You paid 10,000 every year. In 10 years, how much have you paid? 100,000. You die, how much do I pay? 1 million. How much did I pay extra? 900,000. Where did that money come from? Doesn't exist. You didn't pay me. You paid 100,000, I paid 1 million. Fast forward 20 years. How much have you paid? 200,000. How much do I pay if you die? 100,000. Where did the 800,000 come from? Not from you. Money that does not exist. Put whatever growth rate you want. It cannot grow from 200 to 1 million. Whatever growth rate. I create money that does not exist. So the question is, how does the insurance company make money? Think about it. Now there's no client in this room, correct? All of us are agents, correct? Now I want you to answer this question for me. How does the insurance company make money? Think about it. You pay 10,000, you die today, they have to pay 1 million, correct? How do they make money? Sorry? Investing. Okay, tell me which investment converts 10,000 into 1 million in 1 year? You can die tomorrow, correct? I have to pay tomorrow, correct? Which investment converts 10,000 into 1 million? There is no investment in the world that does it. So how does the insurance company make money? No, how does the insurance company make money? A lot of people have not realized this. An insurance company makes money only when a client cancels a policy. They actually don't make money on clients who don't cancel their policy. Just for your information. Think about it. You pay 20 years, right? After 20 years, what does the insurance company do? Give you your money back. Be happy. True or not? With a little bit of growth, congratulations. They actually want you to cancel the policy. You know why? Because that's how the insurance company makes money. If every single person in the world died, the insurance company loses money or makes money? And everyone in the world will die, correct or not?
Yes.
So how do they make money? They know that people are too impatient. They don't have the patience to keep the policy till maturity. They know that. So when we do our premium calculation, we actually know that 47% of the people in the world will cancel their policy. In the world. It's a global average, not Philippines. Worldwide, 47% people will cancel their policies. So I tell this to my clients. I say, do you want to make money from an insurance company? I teach you. Very simple. Buy and never cancel. Guaranteed loss. Think about it. You pay 20 years, you pay 200, they have to pay you 1 million. Have to. No choice. And that's assuming you live 20 years. What if you die tomorrow? They still pay you. No choice. They cannot make money. You know what's my persistency rate? 99.9%. 17 years in the business. My 17 years persistency is 99%. Do you know why? Only for a very simple reason. I tell this to my clients. You want to make money or you want to lose money? Choose. What is the usual answer? I want to make money. All right, don't cancel. Don't cancel. But Sanjay, I can't afford to pay premium. Borrow. Don't care. You will die, I promise you. Anyone over here thinks they will not die? That's what I thought. You see, the probability of death is 100%. Why not make money from it? The probability of death is 100%. So why not make some money from it? You will die, I promise you. The sooner the better. You make more money, true or not? I want to make money, Sanjay, die soon. Buy today, die tomorrow. I pay you, guaranteed. Maximum return, true or not? Can you compare to any investment? Cannot. Impossible. You put Bitcoin, gold, whatever you want, cannot beat it. You can use any investment in the world, you cannot beat insurance. You cannot. But I have that belief in me, correct? Do you see how strong my belief is? I don't care which investment you talk about, nothing beats mine. Because I am a guaranteed growth product. You will die. And when you do, I promise you, your family will get more than what you have given me. I promise you. There is no investment in the world that will tell you, I promise you that when you die, your family will get more than what you have given me. Nobody. I promise that. So am I an expense or an asset? Exactly. So if I'm an asset, then why don't I sell insurance like an asset? Why do I sell it like an expense? It's because we don't do the right presentation. Because we don't do the right presentation. You see, as soon as I got into this business, the first thing they taught me is, Sanjay, do a need analysis. Do fact finding. Imagine you go to a rich client and you ask them, how much money do you earn? What will they say? More than you. No rich guy will ever disclose to you how much they earn, true or not. They won't tell you. You ask them, how many assets do you have? What's the answer they'll give you? I'm not telling you. Why? Because nobody actually knows how much assets they have, including the government. True or not? So you think they will tell you? No. You ask them how many liabilities you have. Do you think they will tell you? No. Even their wife don't know. There was a study done. 95% of housewives don't know about the liabilities their husbands have. 95% of housewives don't know about the liabilities that their husbands have. And 100% of men don't know where their wives spend money. 100%. And you ask them, what are your expenses? They don't know. What are you asking? You're asking questions that they will never answer for you. And you wonder why your advice is wrong. Because they never give you the real numbers. Do you understand the problem you have? They don't give you the data that is required for you to make the right advice. So if you want to sell insurance to a very high net worth person, don't ask for the data. Don't do need analysis, don't do fact finding. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Because number one, they don't know. Number two, they don't want to tell you, even if they know. Number three, why should they tell you? Who are you? Are you the most trusted profession in the world? No. Who is the most trusted profession in the world? Doctors. True or not? You know why? Because they tell you to remove your clothes and lie down, you do it. Doctor, right? No fact finding. No need analysis. Yeah, remove your clothes, lie down. Okay. You do it. Why? Doctor. True or not? No rapport building. No ice breaking, nothing. Straight away.
Ay, tumawa kayo.
That's why I became Dr. Sanjay Tolani. It's easier. You see, world is very funny. So you have to build your credibility, right? So one of the things I do want to respect, and I want you to know this, is invest in yourself. Invest in your education, invest in your mindset, invest in your skill set. Because if you don't invest in yourself, you're not building your credibility. I've been in university for 18 years, right? A lot of people ask me, Sanjay, why are you still in university? The truth is prospecting. All my classmates are my clients. No choice. I'm a very good salesman. Because if I love you, I will protect you. If I don't love you, GTH. I'm very honest about that. There are 7 billion people in the world, correct or not? How many clients do you want? A few hundred, correct? You have a lot of choice. There is no competition in our market because no one is dying to become an insurance agent. Insurance agent is not something that you want to become. You become by mistake. True or not? Who grows up saying, I will grow up and become an insurance agent? Nobody. I was speaking to a graduating class of a university, all finance students, and I asked them, you're going to graduate now, what do you want to become? And they said, Sanjay, when I graduate, I will become an investment banker. I said, okay, if you don't become investment banker, what will you become? Sanjay, I'll become a private banker. Okay, if you don't become a private banker, what will you become? I'll become a relationship manager in a bank. I was like, okay, can you get out of banking? If you don't become a banker, what will you become? I sell credit cards. I said, get out of banking. If you don't become a credit card salesman, what will you become? Grab. You don't think about insurance? They said, yeah, if Grab doesn't work out, I'll become insurance agent. So, that is where we are. People aspire to become Grab drivers but not insurance agents. I'm serious. Ask people outside who have retired. There's some semi-retired people, right? And you ask them, what would you like to do in your free time? I'll drive Grab. It's okay. You're a taxi driver. That's okay, but not an insurance agent. Do you know why? We're the least trusted profession in the world. When you know that, and you're sitting with a client who is a high net worth, how do you position yourself? It's about how do you position yourself. And it always comes down to the most basic things. It is not about being complicated, it's about being simple. Do you realize some of the richest people in the world are uneducated people? All the billionaires in the world are college dropouts, true or not?
True.
I actually was speaking at a university. Same thing I asked, what would you like to be when you grow up, when you graduate? And they said, I want to be a college dropout. I actually had a student tell me that. He said, Sanjay, I want to be a college dropout. I said, why? He said, if you're a college dropout, you become a billionaire. I said, not from this university. You want to be a college dropout, you be a college dropout from a MIT, Stanford, Cambridge, Oxford, not from Timbuktu University. You college dropout from Timbuktu University, you better become beggar. You see, you're working with people who are probably very good at what they do, but they don't understand insurance. They don't understand what insurance can do for them. So how do you start that conversation? So it comes to the second question that I asked you. Why should they buy insurance? The richer your client, the simpler your presentation. The richer your client, the simpler your presentation. Keep that in mind. So what presentation would you do to someone who is very, very, very wealthy? Do you want to see my presentation?
Yes. Okay, today.
When you're working with rich families, there's another very important prerequisite. Number one, your presentation cannot be longer than 3 minutes. It has to be 3 minutes, cannot be longer than that. Preferably shorter, not longer. 3 minutes is the maximum amount of time that they give you attention for. After 3 minutes, they close their attention span. Rich people don't like to waste time. Because even if they are not busy, most rich people are busy, correct or not? Yeah. What do they tell you? We are busy. Doing what? Facebooking, reading the newspaper, drinking tea. They are busy with that, very busy. So if they give you time, they will not give you more than 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes, if you have to explain the concept of insurance to them, how do you do that? This is an example. Mr. Client, there's a tree, and every tree has roots. The stronger the roots, the taller the tree. Am I correct? The stronger the roots, the taller the tree. Mr. Client, if you cut the tree on the top, but you don't cut the roots, the tree will grow back, correct? Why? Because the stronger the roots, the taller the tree. Your roots is income, and your tree are assets. If you lose your assets, but